from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Friday, August 7th, 2015. I'm Paula Degnan in for Ann Gownley. The list of officials calling for Attorney General Kathleen Kane to resign her office is growing. Governor Tom Wolf, the first to do so.
Saddened and troubled by the complaint, the criminal complaint, and I don't know how she can defend herself against those serious charges and remain in office and do the job that we Pennsylvanians need her to do to be the chief law enforcement officer. So while she's defending herself, and she is entitled to that right as an American and Pennsylvania citizen to defend herself and go through the due process of law, I think it would be useful for her not to be the chief law enforcement officer. I think she should step aside.
Auditor General Eugene DePasquale said he believed Kane should resign immediately, adding, quote, "I do not believe that she can deal with these charges and continue to function as Pennsylvania's Attorney General." Democratic State Senator Rob Teplitz said, quote, "I believe that her continuation in office is no longer tenable." United States Senator Bob Casey also spoke out about the charges Kane is facing.
And obviously a very difficult time for her family, and we're mindful of that, but she's going to have to make that decision. These are serious charges.
The chairman of the State House Judiciary Committee, Ron Marsico, said he believed Kane should immediately step down, quote, "in order to preserve the integrity of the office." And State House Minority Leader Frank Dermody stopped just short of calling for her to resign, saying the charges will make it extremely difficult for her to lead the office of Attorney General, adding, quote, "This is not good for that office or for the Commonwealth." Kane says she will vigorously fight the charges and will not step down. Kane is expected to be arraigned in court tomorrow, 1:30, at Montgomery County District Attorney Risa Furman's office in Norristown. A shooting at Sherman Hills in Wilkes-Barre last night allegedly sparked by a car striking a big rig in a parking lot. The truck driver was hit by a shot, though the injury wasn't serious. The suspect, 36-year-old Kareem Owens of Meade Street, Wilkes-Barre, had been told back in April to stay away from the complex because of a domestic incident. Owens took off but was eventually taken into custody and charged with aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and related counts. He's now in the county prison. West Hazleton police still on the lookout for those involved in the attack and attempted robbery of a 66-year-old woman yesterday. It happened outside the Puff and Stuff store on North 4th Street near the subway. The woman was leaving the store when she was jumped by a man from behind. A woman coming out of the store jumped in to help her. Several people eating in the nearby subway saw what was happening and ran outside to assist as well. The assailant took off, though he flashed a gun as he did. He jumped into a black Ford Fusion, which was parked on Green Street. The suspect, described as a black male with a thin build, between 5 feet 10 to 6 feet 1 inches tall, about 20 to 24 years old, wearing a black hoodie. Pottsville police are now calling it murder. They found a man lying in the middle of 12th Street about 3:45 this morning. 59-year-old Richard Brock died at the hospital. An autopsy is scheduled. State and local police say Brock's body had obvious signs of trauma and his death is being investigated as a homicide. Brock lived nearby and investigators believe that he was killed inside his house. A next-door neighbor says he didn't hear anything. Brock was the owner of the former Pottsville Bike and Board store on West Market Street, which closed last fall. Pottsville police asking anyone with information to call them at 570-622-1234, either extension 340 or 331. As many of you know, the Republicans debated last night, and many from our area were tuned in. WYLN's Gary Perna has more on the local reaction.
Who will be the nominee on the Republican ticket for President of the United States? Well, that's a great question. Thursday night, the top 10 took the stage in the first debate on the Fox News channel. The debate featured billionaire Donald Trump, the frontrunner, along with former governor of Florida, Jeb Bush, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee, retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson, Texas Senator Ted Cruz, Florida Senator Marco Rubio, Kentucky Senator Ron Paul, New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, and Ohio Governor John Kasich. Many from our area tuned in to see what the candidates had to say. Now, none of the candidates have really made a presence here in Pennsylvania yet, and one of those watching last night was our own Tiffany Cloud, the host of The Storm. Cloud gave us her thoughts on the night.
Well, I think the strongest performers were probably Marco Rubio. Chris Christie had some moments. Ben Carson actually had some very strong moments. And then at the 5 o'clock undercard debate, I would say that Carly Fiorina hands down won that debate.
And when it came to the Donald, what did Cloud think of him?
Well, what Donald Trump is tapping into is anger and frustration that the American people feel. And we should definitely take that anger and that frustration seriously. I don't think, however, last night he served himself well in the debate. I think he said a lot of things in broad brushstrokes, but he lacked specificity. And in a debate, Republican voters in the primary, they're really looking so that they can make the decision who they want to back. They're really looking for specific answers, specific tactics.
And based on last night, was there anyone that she did not want to see move forward?
Well, based on last night's performance, Rand Paul had a really bad night last night. He got completely stomped by both Chris Christie and Donald Trump last night. He definitely lost a lot of momentum last night. Walker had one good moment when he talked about China and Russia through their cyber attacks probably knowing more about the Hillary Clinton server than the United States government does. I mean, that was definitely a good zinger. But other than that, he had just sort of a safe performance.
Reporting for WILN News, I'm Gary Perna.
It wasn't accompanied by much, if any, fanfare, but Governor Tom Wolf made a visit to the region on Thursday. He was at the State Street Elementary in Larksville touting his budget. The themes were familiar: raising education spending, creating a natural gas extraction tax, and his proposal to reduce school property taxes by replacing the revenue with a widened and raised sales tax and a higher personal income tax. The governor bristled at the suggestion that he'd been unwilling to compromise, accusing Republican majorities in the House and Senate of that in Harrisburg. There were no talks set for Thursday or today, and, in case you're counting, we're now in day 38 of the budget stalemate. Governor Tom Wolf found another new job for Marcus Brown, the state police commissioner nominee, who was rejected by the Senate. The governor has picked Brown to be the director of the governor's office of Homeland Security. In that position, Brown will report directly to Tom Wolf on issues pertaining to terrorism. The job pays $145,000 a year and does not require Senate confirmation. Time now for a look at our forecast, and what a weekend it is shaping up to be. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik in the Weather Center. Joe, give us those details.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a dandy of a weekend, a very nice weekend heading in our direction. In fact, right now we don't have to worry about any precipitation whatsoever, just a few clouds here and there, precipitation down toward the south, toward the north and west, but for our area kind of quiet. We have not had to worry about precipitation at all across the WILN viewing area. Take a look at where the heat is. Central part of the nation, south central part of the nation, 105 Las Vegas, 106 Phoenix, Arizona. Those are the high temperatures over the past 24 hours. Locally, statewide, generally 70s and lower 80s. And temperature-wise right now, 75 in New Angola, 78 in Shenandoah, 80 degrees in Berwick, and 81 degrees in Bloomsburg. What can we expect this upcoming weekend? Complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few.
Thanks, Joe. Fingers crossed. Coming up next, we'll tell you where you can now cool off once again and introduce you to one very unique bus. Don't go away.
You're watching WILN News, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast, with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, weather with Joe Garbachik, and sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
They come to the front stretch. Look at how wide that is.
Green flag waves and we're underway.
Here he comes. Pushes out the lead, but is immediately challenged.
Bring it home. Woo! Coming to the sector, my man. Yeah, there he is.
At Whitetail Preserve, they pride themselves with giving their guests 5-star service. They're now open for lunch 6 days a week and offer limited delivery service for lunch to businesses in Cunningham, Valmont, and Humboldt Industrial Park. Call them at 570-384-2314.
Just in time for the upcoming very nice weather weekend, the Beltsville State Park Beach has reopened. High bacterial levels in the water shut down that beach over a week ago. The Pennsylvania Department of Natural Conservation said they took more samples and felt the water acceptable to reopen the beach. It was the second closing of the beach this year. The first closing was June 3rd and 4th because of those high bacterial levels. A very special bus made a stop in downtown Hazleton collecting donations for school-age children. And our Julie Stefanovich was there and has more on how you can help out.
United Charities is a United Way agency based in West Hazleton. The organization serves families in the greater Hazleton area through counseling, a food bank, and material assistance program. Executive Director of United Charities, Mary Angela Schell, brought the Smart Start bus to the downtown farmers market collecting school supplies for children in need.
This is the Start Smart project. It's a collaborative of all the United Way agencies, local churches, local businesses, and interested individuals. The key in Start Smart is to be able to have children in the greater Hazleton area start school prepared with backpacks, pencils, pens, whatever is necessary so that they could be successful in school.
She gave us a rundown of some of the supplies that are most needed for school children.
This year we're looking for clear backpacks, the 3 and 5 subject notebooks, as well as filler paper for the binders. Anything that anybody donates will find a home with the child. So whatever anybody could afford to give, we certainly would appreciate it. Our goal is to fill the bus, as full as possible. And the bus was created by the Hazleton Area School District children from the Career Center. So we're very pleased to have it, and it's our star point of the Start Smart project. And
the Smart Start bus program runs through September 2nd. The bus's next stop will be at the Laurel Mall. Bins will also be located in various stores and churches throughout the area. You can also contact United Charities at 570-455-1529 to make a donation. In Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik is back with a full look at what's shaping up to be a beautiful weekend. Don't go away.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
If you haven't found the perfect fishing getaway, you haven't been to Captain's Cove. Located on Henderson Harbor in upstate New York, Captain's Cove offers a variety of accommodations to please just about anyone. The motel, also located on the harbor, offers a magnificent view. Enjoy free morning coffee, air-conditioned rooms, cable TV, and HBO. The cottage can accommodate up to 8 people with 3 bedrooms, a complete kitchen, washer, dryer, 2 full baths, air conditioning, an outside grill, and picnic table. Call us today for rates and information at 1-800-824-FISH.
Join us this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic. You'll get to meet Jessica Noss, a busy mom of 2 little children who has gone from wheelchair to fully recovered in 4 months, thanks to great chiropractic care. Her amazing story. It's this week. Join us.
Well, it definitely has been a nice day across northeastern and central Pennsylvania today. Got a cool start to our morning. Right now we have sunshine mixed with a few clouds, even an airplane overhead. But we don't have to worry about any precipitation whatsoever. Here's a look at our graphic for the day. And you'll be able to see today it was a pretty nice looking day. In fact, it's going to set the stage for a very nice looking weekend across the entire WYLN viewing area. Won't have to worry about any rain. That's the good news. Live 35 Skycast Doppler, nothing to show you from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, Williamsport, and Lewisburg. All points remaining dry. Temperature-wise, fairly mild out there, but those dew point numbers are relatively low, so as a result, you don't feel that humidity in the air. 80 at the Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 73 degrees in Mount Pocono, 83 in Williamsport, 77 in State College. Up in the Wyoming Valley area, temperatures generally holding in the 80s. Winds are relatively light. Satellite and radar. Precipitation down toward the south. We got a couple of clouds across our area, but that pretty much is about it. Skycast precipitation and clouds painting the picture of really nothing as we head into tomorrow, at least for our immediate viewing area. And Sunday looking pretty good. Now this model paints a picture of maybe a sprinkle or shower, but I think there's a good chance we'll get by without seeing anything even for our Sunday. Notice the numbers tonight dropping into the 50s. Tomorrow we're up into the 70s. Some areas maybe near 80, maybe lower 80s. And then again, 50s, lower 60s as we head into tomorrow night. So a nice looking Saturday heading in our direction. Enjoy it. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Very nice for the entire weekend. And then Monday and Tuesday, we may have to deal with a shower or thunderstorm here and there. But other than that, temperature-wise, for the most part, holding in the 70s. Here's a look at our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The pick 260, the pick 3847, the pick 44041, and pick 5 numbers 46073. Treasure hunt numbers 3, 4, 10, 22, and 25. We'll have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
During these changing times, is your insurance program up to date? I'm local Allstate agent Gary McNeilis. I invite you to come into our office or give us a call. We'll help you be sure that you have the proper coverage to take care of all your family's needs at a price you can afford. Now more than ever, you need to be in good hands to protect everything that's important to you. Our team of insurance professionals and I will be honored to serve you. Are you in good hands?
Wouldn't it be great if everything in life were fast? Fast, like a cable modem.
Call Service Electric now and get the fastest internet in town. Plus, when you sign up today, you'll also get free installation. Experience the blazing speed of Service Electric high-speed internet service. Your internet will never be the same.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcasted television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes. Only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
It was a bright, sunny Friday for another farmers market in downtown Hazleton. WYLN's Ann Gownley stopped by with more from Pocket Park.
Aromas and music filled the air at the Greater Hazleton Downtown Farmers Market this afternoon in Pocket Park. The market brings in customers and vendors from throughout the area. Businesses we spoke with think that it's a great way to network and grow.
The chamber is great. They check in on us every single week. They're wonderful. It's a nice opportunity for the people who can't drive to come down here. We're glad to be here so we can get our name out. So it's a wonderful place to be on a Friday. It's good because you set yourself up for the weekend. Instead of getting into the grocery store in a line, you come right here and you're done.
Zach told us about her unique mountaintop business.
We're with a good hive. We're located in Mountaintop, but we have beehives right over the hill in Dorrance, Nescopeck, And we produce raw honey and honey products such as soap, lotions, candles. And we love being here in Hazleton.
Automotive dealers were also setting up vehicles on Broad Street for the annual Car Cruisin'. People have the chance to check out new vehicles as well as the classic cars that will be rolling into downtown from 6 until 9 o'clock.
All types of classic cars and muscle cars, you name it, I'm sure that we'll get to see it. So it's a beautiful day in downtown Hazleton. Lots of other great things going on in conjunction with First Friday.
This year's event brought in a major sponsor, and according to Malone, there will be plenty more to see and do.
AutoZone is our premier sponsor for this year's Downtown Cruise In, and they've supplied the goodie bags. They're going to have a whole host of their team downtown tonight with some fun products, and there are great raffles, so come on down and sign up. And we also have Tiver Astros Beer Distributors is doing a stock car experience giveaway for one lucky winner who's 21 and older who comes down and signs up. So again, lots of different fun things going on.
There is also a traffic advisory for the downtown area tonight. Broad Street will be closed from Church to Cedar Street. If you are traveling through the area, you may want to plan an alternate route. If you can't make it to the Car Cruisin', you can watch it live right here on WYLN from 6 until 6:30 with our host, Gary Perna. So be sure to stay tuned. In Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Ann Gownley.
And just as Ann said, the Car Cruise-In is getting underway, and our Gary Perna is live from the event with a preview for us. Gary.
Well, Paula, we are having a lot of fun here in downtown Hazleton. The cars are showing up. The street's getting crowded. I'm here with Jimmy Grohl, of course, of Jimmy's Quick Lunch. And Jimmy, you're also the Cruise-In chairman, and a lot of fun going to be going on tonight.
Sure is. We have entertainment on every block. So far, we have about 150 cars here. More pulling in. It's really a great time for downtown. All kinds of vendors, all kinds of entertainment, music, dancing. Come on down.
Something for everybody. There's old cars, there's muscle cars, there's new cars, there's classic cars, a mix of everything. We saw some trucks, everything. So from 6 to 9, come on down.
That's for sure. You'll see everything from the 30s to the newer stuff. As long as it's special interest, it'll be here.
All right. Well, Jimmy, we'll be talking to you during the live show. So make sure after the news you stick around. We'll have the live special presentation from 6 until 6:30 here on WYLN. Reporting live from downtown Hazleton, I'm Gary Perna, WYLN News. Paula?
Thank you, Gary. Looks like a beautiful night for that event. Coming up next, Gabriella Justin is in for Eric DeBaradinas with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will be back with a final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
They come to the front stretch. Look at how wide that is.
Green flag waves and we're underway.
Here he comes. Pushes out the lead, but is immediately challenged.
Bring it home. Woo! Up into the checker, my man. Yeah. And there he is.
Welcome to WYLN Sports. I'm Gabriella Justin. Tonight is all about gearing up for Penn State football. With time comes experience, and with age comes growth. In the case of the Nittany Lions, they are hopeful that the upcoming 2015 football season will be an opportunity to showcase their experience and growth. The Penn State team that last season was the second youngest team in college football has now matured on the field, from boys to young men. Coach James Franklin and the Nittany Lions adamantly believe that year 2 will exemplify the team's growth as a whole.
It's night and day. You know, what I would say is think about your job and your position and year 1 at that job compared to year 2. It's just different. And although you've had experience at other places, it's not like you can take, that exact model and transplant it from one place to another. There's some growth that has to take place, and that's what we spent all season doing.
Penn State's tight end Mike Gesicki considers 2015 as the season where experience and hard work will pay off for the Nittany Lions.
Second year in any system is going to be, big, just because we're not going to be second guessing anything anymore. We know what to expect, and a lot of guys on this team, this is personally my second year, but a lot of guys on this team, this is their, some third, some fourth season. So, I mean, we're not really a young team anymore. We're more experienced. We got a lot of guys that have seen the field. We got a lot of guys that have made plays in big-time moments. So, now it's time to just, build off of last year and kind of put it all together this year.
Kyle Carter feels that last season poorly reflects the Nittany Lion team as a whole. The 6'3", 247-pound tight end is excited and anxious to prove to the world what a great team Penn State is.
I feel like we're just going to get back to the team that we were and hopefully be a top team in the country.
Nittany Lions captain Anthony Zettel is proud of the hard work his team has put into the offseason and, like Carter, is ready to put that hard work into play.
We weren't satisfied with the 7-6 season. We know we got to build on it, so just efforts every day. People are going to get more individual work done and going out there really and just giving more effort in general. And we know what we got to do to have a successful season.
Today, day 3 of training camp in Happy Valley as the team moves forward to their September 5th opener against Temple. Tonight on Late Edition, WILN Sports continues our high school football previews with a look at the Nanticoke Trojans. But next, Joe Garbacic is in with one final look at our forecast.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today. For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314. Go hog wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WILN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs Live, America's favorite pastime on your local network, WILN TV 35. See the Major League stars of tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WILN TV 35. Visit WILNTV.com for a complete Iron Pig schedule. Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs on WILN, your home for live sports.
Well, we got nothing whatsoever to show you across the great commonwealth of the state of Pennsylvania. It is dry from Wilkes-Barre through Scranton, Berwick, Bloomsburg, State College, Pittsburgh, Erie, and it's going to be dry right through tonight, and as we head into tomorrow, looking spectacular. I have a stunning of a forecast that I think you're going to definitely like. Calls for nice conditions this weekend. Speaking of nice, these are pretty nice temperatures. We got 70s, we got lower 80s, and you walk outside, you have those humidity levels very low because those dew point numbers are very low, so you just don't feel the humidity, so it is very comfortable, and that's going to set the stage for a picture-perfect weekend. Should be dry. Sunday, maybe a stray sprinkle or shower, but probably most of us will get through without seeing anything. Looks nice for both Saturday and Sunday. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. A very nice weekend. Monday and Tuesday then, a couple of thunderstorms and showers. And then we dry out again as we go into our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The warmest will be Sunday in the 80s, and then after that, generally in the 70s.
Perfect.
Yes, it is. Yes.
You couldn't have done any better.
Well, thank you.
Gabby
I tried.
into his chair, so that's a start.
Gabby and
That's
I are
kind of old
impressed.
news already. So yeah.
We're impressed. Thank you very much for that.
Looking
very
forward to a
welcome.
wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that weather.
Lots of nice temperatures, and summer's not over yet.
Not quite.
No.
Third week of September, it'll be fall.
I like this time of the year, though.
It is.
Cooler nights, hoodie weather.
Yep.
No.
And for sports, we're excited for football season.
That's
of course.
right. We've got football, and don't forget all other kinds of other things coming up too.
Welcome to the WYLN special presentation.